Leafs hit the midway point of their season last night, while their points percentage right around where the numbers were last year. Two numbers dramatically different. Their offense is way down. Matthews has missed 15 games. But their save percentage is way up, Jamie, from 20th to 3rd in the league. Is the goaltending that much better this year, Noodles, or is this Berube system giving them a better chance?
I'm going with the goaltender because Berube doesn't stop pucks. The goaltenders do. And what I like about it, too, is coming into this season, you weren't sure what you were going to get from the Toronto Maple Leafs goaltending because Joseph Woll hadn't played a ton of games in the National Hockey League level. Anthony Stolarz had been a backup in the NHL for most of his career, all of his career. Matt Murray's in the minors, and Hildeby was an up-and-coming goaltender in the minors. So when you look at it, you've had 4 goaltenders that have stopped pucks for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they've all done a great job. Stolarz was brilliant, but the biggest challenge has been health because Joseph Woll doesn't start the season, so Stolarz goes on a run. Stolarz gets injured, Joseph Woll has to jump in. Matt Murray, Hildeby slide in as well. So the save percentage has been up there, but all 4 goaltenders have done the job, especially Stolarz and Woll, because they've really carried the lion's share. They've done a great job. And yeah, the team's been great in front of them, but I think the goaltenders on most nights have been a big story to at least stabilize from the back end.
Okay, here's where we're going to go now. Since both of their number 1A, 1B have been hurt so much, they pretty much split the starts. When they get healthy, Noodles, do you want to see Berube continue to platoon them, or do you want to see him pick a number 1 and give him a majority of the starts?
I think you're going to have to see a number 1 by the end of the season because then you get into that playoff mode where, you want a guy that you rely on. But I still think there is going to be a platoon situation because both of them have not played a ton in a full season. I'll go with Anthony Stolarz, who the most in a season, in one particular season he's played is 28 games. So he's going to come back. He's going to go back and forth with Joseph Woll. And I think that is going to be a healthy competition in the net. And then by playoff time, you're going to have one guy that you're going to ride. And if he falters, you go to the other guy. A lot like the Boston Bruins situation last year and in previous years where Swayman and Allmark were there. I think that's what the Toronto Maple Leafs are trying to mirror.
It's all about the playoffs from the Leafs standpoint. With that in mind, let's get back to Matthews and the offense. Matthews has already said, Noodles, he's going to have to battle through this injury all season. It's not going to go away anytime soon. We know he wants to play every single game, but do the Leafs need to think about load management and start sprinkling in some nights off for him, even when he feels healthy, so he's got a better shot at being healthy come the playoff time?
I know sometimes I act as smart as a doctor because I'm not, Gino, I'll be honest. So as far as load management, I have no idea because we don't know the nature of the injury. And yes, Matthews has said it's something that he's going to battle through the rest of the season. So is that chronic? Is it something that flares up? Again, we don't know the nature of it. So I don't even know if load management will be really positive for him. I think it's more about on the player and if he feels good enough to play, and if there is some sort of maybe episode or something where he's not 100% or doesn't feel right, that's where the communication between the medical staff and the player comes into mind. All I know is the Toronto Maple Leafs have some of the best doctors in pro sports. I know them personally. I think they're fantastic. So he's in great hands. But when it comes to the word load management, I have no idea where they're going to go, because I don't know the nature of the injury, so I don't want to speak out of turn. It's going to be Austin Matthews and the medical team that makes the decision of what's best for the player and what's best for the organization.
Berube has cut Matthews' ice time back just a little since his return. The biggest difference has been on the PK, where Matthews didn't see any time on the penalty kill Saturday against the Bruins.